So first off, to the Forest Park High School staff, thank you for inviting me, especially Ms. Stringer. I've been knowing Ms. Stringer, and she knows my family since I was 6 years old, so it's been over 20 years, and so when she gave me this opportunity, I couldn't say no. And so today I wanted to talk to you guys. The theme I have for this speech is Be the One. So everybody say it with me, Be the One.
Be the one.
Right, and so today I want to talk to you about what it means to be the one, because being the one means a couple of things. First off, it means you're built different. Right? I turned 29 Saturday, but I still know the young folks' language. It means you're built different. The second thing it means is that you understand that your purpose is one of one in this life. And the third thing you understand is that you only do this thing called life one time. And so I want you to be able to understand that you can achieve anything you put your mind to. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because growing up, you were told you could be an astronaut. You were told you could be president of the United States. You were told you could be a millionaire. You were told that anything that you put your mind to was possible. But you're at a stage right now, and over the next 5 years, where you'll hear people go from saying you can put your mind to anything you want to you need to be realistic. That's crazy, that you can't actually achieve it, that you need to play it safe. And I'm not just telling you that because it's the cliche thing to tell you that. I'm telling you that from my experience. So 2 things happened in my life. First off, when I wanted to play in the NFL, and my dreams got shattered, I was told I needed to be realistic and figure out what the next phase of my life was. When I wanted to start a marketing agency, I had people in my life tell me, no, you just need to get a regular job. You need to play it safe, and you need to stop having all these big hopes and dreams. But if I would have listened to those people, I might not be where I'm at today. And so the reason I'm telling you this is because behind every idea that changed the world was a group of people telling that person that they couldn't do it. So I'm here to tell you today that you have the opportunity to be the one. And so I want to give you 5 things to take away. The first one is dream big. Everybody say dream big.
Dream big.
Now you've heard that before, but the fact of the matter is if your dreams don't scare you, you aren't thinking big enough. When I think about this, one of the people I think about is Walt Disney, and he was always told growing up that he didn't have a strong enough imagination. And if he would have listened to those people, he would not have created Disney. And so a quote that sits on my office wall, as soon as I walk into my office, it's by Robert Kennedy, and it says, "Some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not." And so you have to understand that your dreams are going to be the things to motivate you when times are good and bad. So you need to dream as big as possible because at the end of the day, dreams are free. They don't cost you anything. So have big, scary dreams in your life and write them down. That's one of the things that really changed my life is when I started writing down my dreams. Don't just write down you want to have a nice car. Don't just write down you want to have a nice house. Don't just write down you want to be married. Be as specific as possible and dream as big as you possibly can. The next thing is have a plan. Everybody say it with me, have a plan.
Have a plan.
Dreaming is just the beginning of being the one. There's a saying that says, vision without action is merely a dream. And so if you have a dream, the best way that you can make a plan for it is to work backwards. So for example, if you say, I want to be a doctor, okay, what's a step back from that? You got to graduate from medical school. Okay, what's a step back from that? You got to take the MCAT. What's a step back from that? You got to graduate from undergrad. And as you continue to work backwards to your goals, you'll realize that the more you work backwards, you'll get to the point where you're at that point in life. And now you have a plan to move forward. And so at the end of the day, a dream is great, but you have to have a plan in order to bring it to fruition. The next one is be the best. Say it with me, be the best.
Be the best.
A synonym of being the best or being relentless is being constant. If there's one thing I've learned in my business career and life, it's that being complacent has never helped anybody in any situation. The person who decides to not go out there, and relax and say, I don't want to go any harder, I think that this is enough, oftentimes gets overshadowed by somebody who doesn't stop working. And so being relentless is all about continuing to push through. A great example of this is if I asked you to run a race of 10 miles, and at mile 5, you turned to me and said, my legs are starting to burn, I have to stop, 2 things would happen. You would never finish the race, and you would never find out what you are truly capable of. So regardless of what you're doing in life, make sure that you're relentless at all times. A way that you can focus on being relentless is focusing on being the best. There's a saying that my dad always told me that says, being good is talked about, but being the best is undeniable. If there's one thing that I've learned in the business world and society as a whole, is that regardless of where you come from, what you look like, your background, or other things you can't control, if you're the best at what you do, people will take notice. If you want success in life, be the best at what you do. Whether it's an athlete, a scientist, an engineer, or a farmer, if you're the best at what you do, I promise you, you'll be rewarded for it. If you ask anybody who's the best at what they do, they'll tell you that this is true, and people who try to knock your dreams down and say this isn't true, they typically aren't the best at what they do. The next one is find support. Everybody say it with me, find support.
Find support.
As a former football player, I'll tell you firsthand that a support circle is important to where you want to go. There's a quote that says, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Too many times in life, we believe that having a close circle of friends is key, but always understand this. Friends who don't support you don't need to be your friends, they need to be your acquaintances. True friends are people who support you and hold you accountable in all aspects of life. Oftentimes when we dream big and we try to accomplish these big dreams, we have friends that we've been friends with for a while, so we think that we have to keep them close and we think that we have to keep them in the circle. But I'm here to tell you, if you look at the best person at whatever you want to achieve in any industry, they have people around them that hold them accountable and make them better every single day. So find a circle of people who support your efforts and hold you accountable to get better every single day. And the last one is understand the big picture. Repeat that after me. Understand the big picture. As you achieve all things in life and you're on that journey, it's imperative that you understand the big picture of life. Understand that you'll have bad days. Understand that you'll have bad weeks, bad months, and even bad years. But if you understand the big picture, you'll understand that this is just a chapter of the story and not the whole book. Almost think of it like working out, right? If somebody wants to lose 30, 50, or 100 pounds, when they go to the gym day one, they'll go home, they won't see any results. When they go to the gym day two, they'll go home, they won't see any results. More than likely, when they go to the gym on day 14, they probably still won't see any results. But if they're able to be consistent and able to push through all the pain, they can look back at their journey when they hit their goals and say, that pain and pushing through the bad times was 100% worth it. As somebody who's an entrepreneur, I'll tell you firsthand, there's a stat out there that says 80% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. And I saw it firsthand with a lot of my friends who started businesses, that as soon as times got tough, they gave up and threw in the towel. But when I was able to look at people who were successful, you understand, like I said, that that's just a chapter, that's not the entire book. So when you understand the big picture, it allows you to be able to accomplish what you want out of life. It allows you to understand that every day is not only a chapter to a book, but a piece to a puzzle. Understanding the big picture of your life will help you achieve your dreams. And so in conclusion, look around this room really quick. Just look around. In this room is more than just graduates. This room is full of future teachers, doctors, lawyers, scientists, and so many other things that will have a contributing role in society. But even more amazing than that, it's that everybody's purpose is different. Nobody in this room has the same purpose as somebody sitting next to them or at the same table. Everybody's purpose is one of one. And so life is about evolving. And so when you understand that, you understand evolving means developing from something simple to something prepared for a situation, something more complex. And so regardless of the dreams you have, you're going to have to become someone different in all areas of life to achieve what you want. So dream big, have a plan, be relentless, be the best, find those who support you, and understand the bigger picture. Because at the end of the day, you weren't meant to be like anyone else. You were meant to be the one. Thank you guys for inviting me, and I'm excited to see what you guys accomplish.